Hello. Well, another day tired. I walked to Walgreens. It's about an hour and 20 minutes one way. And pick up my pills. I think the guy that was helping me out, he was saying he was going to be leaving town anyway over the holidays. He got his sons and whatnot to visit. Of course, now that his wife is gone. She died in 2008. Who is it? Harold? I forget his last name. But anyway, so I walked up there, and then I went over to the store, changed hands, the grocery store. So I went to the grocery store, got me some sausage gravy. It's frozen. All I got to do is stick it in hot water, pour it over a biscuit in business, an egg. Anyway, so I got some of that and some, I think it was coconut shrimp. Just like indulge myself a little bit there. They were on sale too, so well, the gravy wasn't, but it's a good price. I don't get it at Aldi's, they don't carry it. And anyway, and on the way home, right, and I'm using all the cuts on the way home. I need a new pair of shoes. I need some new Nikes. I used to this girl around here used to work for Nike. But anyway, they got a lot of Nike outlets over here. So, but anyway, on the way walking home, these people, they just pulled up next to me, and they sort of, made me a little nervous. I was like, I don't know why, because like they was like going the opposite way I was walking, and like I could see like in the windshield like they both exchanged like looks, and but anyway, so like I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know how to respond, and she goes, "Merry Christmas," and she hands me this chocolate with little chocolate Santa Claus in them, and I automatically I'm like, well, thank you. And then I looked at it, there was a $50 bill, and I'm like, bless you, thank you, and I was like halfway daydreaming that, I was like, well, everybody was a little bit pleasant today, which, was really sort of setting me off a little bit, because usually, like a long walk like that around people is a bad experience. I was like, wow. I see on TV where they have like people that do that around Christmas, but it never happened to me. But when I was in Dallas, I had lived in New Orleans for a year and a half, and God does work in a mysterious way, because I had stopped doing cocaine, and then I ended up in New Orleans. Not a good place to recover. So the hurricane, I ended up 6 nights and 6 days in the Superdome. And this is one of the things that really turned me off to guys, but like, but anyway, not turned me off, but turned me off to a lot of people in a lot of ways, because like, New Orleans is very sociable. It's like they want to like look third world, but it doesn't feel third world. It feels like it's been devastated. It felt like it was in a trauma situation when I went there, opposed to, I think, the brief time I had been there before. It was a little bit different vibe. The only big difference now is the coke, and they always had a overly sex. So I don't really think I've ever been exactly, like in the New Orleans, that area, like before, but I skirted around that area, and it was a different, more vibe. To me, it was more of a the people were more in tone with, maybe spiritual, not like so much like church spiritual, but understanding like how to get some, like good crawdads, how to, really, like they was pretty good survivors, like in a sense, like when you're around people that are. But anyway, but here I had it anyway. So except for I definitely have to get new sneakers. And I was gonna watch like a couple of shows I watched, like The Daily Show. I always like Jon Stewart. I think he's funny. Even though like I don't like Fox, I like the Red Eye. I think that what's this Greg? He's sort of like he reminds me like he got issues. You know, he reminds me of that kid like in second grade that was sort of the bully, but he know how to like settle down a little bit to where you didn't really want to like, okay, I'll just kill him. Cause like I was the type of girl that the bullies didn't particularly care for, cause like I would just punch him or something, you know. Back then, you know, you know what I'm saying? Being feminine didn't mean being passive. You know, but things have changed a little bit anyway. But you know, I had issues myself. But you know what I mean? He reminded me like the little kid. Maybe something was going on in the house and he was acting out a little bit. So I always find him interesting. And what I was gonna say, I can't really remember. There was another show, but anyway, you know, but I have mostly been looking at stuff on the internet. I am exhausted. You know, I hate it when like I get like so tired. I feel like everything. Oh, I was going back to the sneakers. On the Breakfast Club, they usually have like this one guy that did his sneakers. I forget, they say something about him being light skinned, which, you know, like Sherrod, he's from or what is his name? Just whatever, to God. But anyway, like I said, I'm exhausted. My poor little head. And I went shopping too. And but anyway, oh God, I'm exhausted. I was gonna look at see what the sneakers are. I buy boy sneakers, you know, but you know, for my size, cause I got, you know, I got I go when I buy boys, and you know, like I don't really buy men's. I sort of buy, you know, like boys, you know, whatever. But I like those. I like the way they shake. So like, can you see my foot? That is my foot. That my foot. I don't know, where's the camera? Oh, there my foot. Yeah. My socks. I was gonna wear my support holes. I'm thinking about putting them on now. This is an old clock, and I don't have it plugged in because like some of the stuff from can't remember, it's from the 20s. It doesn't move, so you know who wrote it. And the mirror is. Anyway, so like that mirror was like old. I don't know. I got like it's broke over here. I got like in the other house a half of a mirror. It was twice as big, but well, it's very nice. That like it's cut perfect, but it's not the edge is not done like I don't know what they call it, the way it was done, sort of finished on that side. So I guess like put the bottom. Anyway, I might change mirrors. I got an empty wall here right above the heater thing. So if I decide to get a TV, I'll put it in here. And that's a bigger. I have an older TV, a real old one that's I have to when I finish doing this room. And like when my shoulder was sort of sore. I guess it was sort of dislocated. That was probably one of those times I probably should have went to the doctor or whatever and had something, like make sure it was back in place and got something for pain or whatever. But it was another one of those late nights, and you just can't call them here, and I'm sure in a short time that this is like all the trouble I had before is ridiculous, because basically they have figured out everybody in this neighborhood is a crackhead, but even if so, like they had real medical problems maybe associated with crack, falling down, getting hit by, like if they got hit by a car even though they're a crackhead, the people that work on them, like if you get past if you get right to the doctors, they got good doctors here, and I think one of the key reasons that they do have some excellent doctors here is because of St. Jude. St. Jude is a good hospital. It's a nice, fine building, big building. I ain't never been in there because I'm not a child, and but it's a fine building. They do the best they can, and but anyway, so it takes a little longer. So now it's like then it was like I had a tennis elbow. Now it's funny because like it's like the whole hand, it's like all the way to this finger's like damn, I banged my little elbow. But now it's just sore around here because like I tried to redo that, finish painting, and I'm not ambidextrous as I used to, but I wasn't quite as aware how much I do use my left. Because I mostly use my right. I use my right for everything else. My mom did not like left hands, but I never had green eyes and reddish hair. You know what I'm saying? And but one time when I got when I left New York, I got around racist people. They were like, your eyes are brown and your hair is brown. Anyway, I had got a driver's license in a little town in Oklahoma, Guthrie, Oklahoma. Because I left New York and then went to Oklahoma and then got broken, destitute and went to Wichita. But anyway, and only a year later. But it wasn't like I had all that. I was young anyway. I was like, I did an 18. Poof. No, I was 17 and thought I was 18. Anyway, so didn't really matter. I was out. I was turning 18. So I was out. Anyway, so I went to. I ended up in Wichita, but I was in Guthrie. Anyway, while I was there, I went to go get my driver's license. I don't really recall how I got there, but I think I did drive up there. Because people just think you know how to drive. I met some really cool people in Oklahoma. The church people there was nice. They would encourage you to come because they would have steak night. They'd take you out to this one of those steak places all you could eat, but it was nice, and then they would take us to this other place was all you could eat, and it was nice. On Wednesday was spaghetti. But anyway, but they was very nice. But anyway, so I guess the guy goes, did you drive up here? And I was like, damn, yeah. He goes, anyway, I did the written. He goes, because I was supposed to, that's why I needed a car so I could do the driver's test. And I remember the person I had drove them around, their area, their little, on their land, it's not even it wasn't even on the road. It was, I remember when I drove on the hardtop, I was like, thank God. I thought this was easy. But it wasn't like any city or anybody around but cows. And I was able to avoid them in the trees. In a couple of buildings that was situated. Oh, and the river there, so I went through their creek. But anyway, most of it was nothing there. Even where they had the road there. So so he gave me a driver's license for 6 months. Says as long as I don't get any ticket or anything, they'll go ahead and give it to me longer. Well, by that time I had kind of lived in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas. So I had called her and she came and picked me up. I went there, and so somehow I was driving. I don't know how I got a car, but I was driving. These people think they've been driving since they're real young. They don't understand in New York there was trains and buses, you know what I'm saying? Here, I didn't take the bus today because it's they run only every 2 hours, and it's really strange, on the weekend because they don't have enough people to ride the bus. But anyway, but I never, I actually had drove before. In a couple of situations, I actually have been behind the wheel, but not like they had, twice, I drove them before. Not I knew how to drive. And, I remember, 4 times, and, I believe they were all in that Coney Island, those race cars they had, but anyway, that was cool. Anyway, so I got, I was driving somewhere. I got 10 tickets in one day. I got a ticket for going on the wrong way. Then I had turned to an alley. No, I was going down I was driving on the wrong side of the street, and the police turned his light on. So I turned down an alley, which was a one-way alley, and I was going the wrong way. And then like right after. Anyway, I ran a stop sign, and then I also got for anyway to get me. So the judge, you know, he's like, and this is just before like courts and everything got to where they were just really vindictive, to where like, you know, it's not like, well, we're going to be rehabilitate this person so we won't see them again. You know. So anyway, he goes, did you take driver's ed? And I'm like, no, sir. He goes, are you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, sir. I grew up in New York City, and where I grew up in Manhattan, everybody takes public transportation. I had no driver's ed. He goes, well, I'll dismiss this if you take driver's ed, and I'll say, and I'm like, well, I'll take driver's ed. So you see, the crime fit perfect. I mean, the sentence fit perfect for the solution, you know. Cause I didn't get each other. I did finish the class and everything. Got my driver's license. Rah rah boom da. But anyway. See, and that's what people always do. They're just like, okay, well, you're a female. Females do this. And you're like, I never did that shit before. I don't even know what they're talking about. It's like, you know how to drive them? Like, I would say no. They're like, oh, sure you do. Just get on back there. We got an automatic. But my first thing I was driving was a stick. You know. And, I mean, I got an automatic. I was like, wow, luxury. I mean, that was like the first thing I drove, like, and they already had automatics, but they're, you know, but like, I was always stuck behind a stick. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, let me get off the phone. I was gonna bring in and do some cooking, but I gotta do some cleaning, and I'm already tired. So, I'm gonna make me something fast later. I should eat a little bit later. I had got some coleslaw. Well, actually, it's not made up yet, but I got stuff to make coleslaw with. So I'm gonna do some barbecue chicken. But I'm thinking I need to, like, once that turkey gets open, it goes pretty fast. But anyway, I'm gonna do barbecue chicken. That way, and make me some coleslaw and some potato salad. All right. Oh, I just cracked. I called my sister thought I was gonna go do something, but the thing is, I noticed on Facebook I had joined this one group, but I just haven't went back and checked on it, and it's just that I hadn't got in the habit. But I mean, without a car, really, I'm not gonna do anything like that anyway, because I am against the cops not being responsible for their actions, especially when it breaks the law. It's anyway. It's ridiculous. It's just horrible that they have a mindset. And like, I was looking at Disney, like, if I wouldn't bring my kids, I wouldn't have my kids watch Disney movies, because, you know, I know, like, like a lot of that shit is true. You know, I remember at the first time I met Michael Jackson, he was a child, and I was in Florida. I was on Miami Beach, and this girl, you know, like, and she was like the same age as me, and like, she was like, I don't even know if it was famous, because I didn't watch TV. I didn't, you know, like, Dad didn't like us to watch TV, and, you know, he was like the type with the radiation and the subliminal messages and the propaganda, you know, which, you know, every once in a while, though, like, you know, we would watch stuff. Like he sort of like gets smart, which I'm not that crazy about. So, like, really as a child, though, you know, how hard is that? But, you know, but then, like, you know, then after a while, like, you watch him after a while, and he's cool. Like, Mom's relatives over here, they watch all day long Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke just shows you, like I was gonna say Disney, and I you know what I'm saying, I do know that there are people that think that it's very important to start molding and controlling a person as young as 6. 6 or under, because if they're 6 or older, they become an awareness. You know, a lot of this stuff, you know, becomes very obvious. Just depends on what part of the scope you happen to have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And we live in a culture now, like I don't watch X-ray on my video, and everybody does that. I don't have a dildo. I don't. You know what? That looks like a torture instrument. I mean, women really. I mean, first, like when they first younger, I'm like as soon as they have them in, they vibrate naturally. But you know what I'm saying? To me, that's just something to aggravate somebody. It's like start shooting people after that. I'm not a real person, so it's not for me. Yeah. Anyway, let me get. I don't really feel like I am tired. Let's see. So we'll probably hell off the barbecue chicken with the coleslaw and make the potatoes till tomorrow. Just have to do something quick now. But anyway, we had a lovely day. The weather was nice. It was 60 degrees. I did try to sit out there a little bit. Wasn't quite. I don't know. It was a little chilly, and I was a little bit tired. So, you know, it's impossible almost to get around here without a vehicle. It's starting to feel like it. I was like, I don't know how Mom does it. You know, New York and Sony, but then they have excellent transportation. You know, and you can actually read their maps. Here they're like, their map. They got maps that has like certain streets that I just happen I never where the fuck is that street? You know, they're like they live here their whole life. Oh yeah, you know. And they're like, no, that's why I asked. And then because I'm like, no, I asked. Then all once, you know, you try to be, you know, uppity or smart ass bitch or something. I'm like, fuck, you know. But you know what I'm saying, they don't have the name of every street, like, you know, you know what I mean, like they have like, I mean, even though like in New York, how like never mind, you'll recognize the streets there, but here I'm like, what the fuck is this street? You know, and then like when it goes to like airways and stuff like that, those are big streets or whatever, and you know certain things. But anyway, I like a map with like at least a little bit, just not like I don't need every street, but just a tad bit more information, like opposed to where like a few of the other main where it intersects. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know. Anyway, let me get in the kitchen. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make me a turkey sandwich. I was gonna get the lettuce, and again, I sort of decided at once I'm just gonna go ahead and take the hero bread and melt cheese and mushroom, tomatoes, and whatnot on it. You know, and just mix together like that and have me a sandwich. Let's put some spinach. I'll put everything on it. Just melt it all on there, and then alright. Saturday, I gotta pay my electric bill. Oh well. Have a happy Saturday. I hope you guys went out there, you know, and showed support for the citizens that were murdered by the police. I think that is important. You know, I wish, you know, I wasn't such a hermit to begin with in some ways. In other ways, I just don't have the transportation. Anyway, and this is not like a city like, look at these dogs. Let me go get these dogs. Because Larry Jones is around back. I can't wait till my mom and sister gets here. We're going to take care of them, get them out of that house and tear it down. Because they live, you know. Oh, they're supposed to be cousins. They don't, like the guys here are always on the down low, you know. So they just straight up love her. Larry has been homeless, but You know, he knew for years he wasn't fucking paying rent. He knew when he was, because that was a nice brick house his mom was leaving him. I didn't know he had a brother, so he got a brother in the police department. You know, raised by the same mom, so you know. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no fucking better. But, you know what I'm saying? And act like he's better than, you know, because you got a job, that, you know, paid job in a capitalist society. You got a fucking paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how fucking naive he is, but I do a lot fucking better if they fucking pay rent. Hello? But anyway, but believe me, in a capitalist society, one must have income. So, and, you know what I'm saying? Since I don't really care to me no new friends or new enemies or none of that, I ain't gonna be out there anyway. Oh, that reminds me, the lady across the way, that Larry Jones, when he moved out, you know, he had to move out over there. He moved into Irving, he hadn't paid any rent the place he's at. You know what I'm saying? He just like, he got the house was really like his wife's house. Anyway, so, like, I guess, like, in the 90s, everybody got along. Like, I don't blame the house that, like, I seen a car the other day, but I don't know if anybody's really living there. But, like, the house next door, I don't blame her, because she had her house put on a hot springs. But anyway, he moved over there, but he had Miss Penny kept his refrigerator. And so she's, like, telling me how he has his refrigerator. Now, I know he wasn't supposed to take the refrigerator. He knows he wasn't supposed to take the refrigerator. And I noticed, like, when you really don't give a fuck, because he was a nasty-ass motherfucker, because I cleaned that house out. And I checked the stove out, you know what I'm saying? It was so nasty. It was so disgusting. He's unbelievably, disgustingly nasty, you know. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not fucking taking that fucking refrigerator back. Nothing I can do with it. I didn't want to tell her that. I just rather her think I'm stupid. And I was trying to be polite. I was like, you know, I'm really, you know, just glad he's gone, so I don't know what to do with that. You know, and I know she was like, but she goes, well, he gave me trouble over his refrigerator. I'm like, that's interesting. Because first of all, ain't nobody talk to me, you know, about, you know what I'm saying? It was none of my business. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know, so she was like she wanted to talk about it, right? So I just had got up and left. And so, like, really, actually, I didn't really realize that I didn't talk to her again for another 6 years until she started some shit up with me. And I should have known that she was, you know, like, the girl yesterday that, her mama house over here, the Hamilton house over here, see, I guess she don't want to move in there because her mom had got hit by Amtrak, and then her mom had a stroke, and then her mom died, and then her brother Ralph died, and then baby doll moved in there, and she died. So Pam had been living in there with her and like nine kids or nine. Anyway, it was a hot mess. But anyway, so I guess she got spooked and got out, and then the people that she had supposedly helping her building just took the floors up to get all the metal, to get, you know, anyway. So anyway, she told me that Miss Penny house was raining in. You know, it was raining in. I saw the roof was fucked up, and I'm like, I seen her son up on the roof. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been talking bad about how he look and his behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he a crack fiend, and you know what I'm saying? And he on the down low, prostitutes, well, you know. And I'm telling everybody, right? And I'm like, man, he was up there, you know, trying to fix the roof. I'm like, he looked like he was painful. You know, like he was in so much pain. She goes, he probably was. He's got cancer. I was like, oh my God, really? I was feeling bad then. I was like, damn, I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, well, anyway, it's a damn shame. But anyway, so I guess if she's staying somebody's off, like, superstitious. So anyway, it's wood. I'm looking everywhere. These modern days, like back then, they had a lot of wood and metal. Anyway, let me go eat. It's Saturday night. Oh, yeah, I'm not going out. Amateur night. Have a good one.